Hello. Hi, Tyler.
Really good to meet you. My name's Taryn Manning, and Tyler may recognize me from Hustle and Flow, maybe 8 Mile, or maybe Orange is the New Black. I play Pennsatucky, the one with the really, like, terrible teeth. Now I'm getting nervous. Ah! No, I'm good.
What was your first name?
I'm Taryn.
Taryn, great to meet you.
I am a believer, for sure. I don't believe that we just die and go to the ground and then that's it. Though I don't know, because I've not died yet.
Well, it's wonderful to get to meet you today. So have you ever seen the show before?
I have, yes.
Awesome. So I always ask that because this is obviously a bit of a unique thing. And so my job as a medium is to connect and receive validation. I like specifics, I like information. And the way that I get that information is through what I see, hear, and feel. And it's kind of like little daydreams, little downloads of information. And that's my job. And then, as I see here, you have some objects, which I love. So what I'll do is I'll probably end up holding on to those in a minute. But I'm just going to actually just scribble and connect your energy and see what comes through naturally.
And I just sit silent?
Yeah.
Do I stare at you?
You can stare at me. That's totally fine. And we'll go from there. Exactly.
Okay.
We'll cross our legs. But I'm just going to take 1 minute.
There is someone in my life that I would love to channel, so I brought a couple objects for him. Hopefully he'll feel something with those.
Okay. Okay, so let's see where we're going. This is an interesting thing. I have this man coming in over and over and over again, and he just keeps acknowledging this feeling of like passing away like prematurely, too soon, or like basically shouldn't have gone when he did, is the way that this kind of feels. Because it seems like not a natural way of, like it doesn't seem like the timing of it doesn't feel good. I feel like I'm in a completely different emotional state. Okay, sorry. Okay, there. And I'm bringing up alcoholism, okay. Oh, wow. Do you know of anyone who would have dealt with alcoholism on your dad's side of family? They're showing me like this whole situation of like, I'm seeing AA and I'm seeing like addiction and it just keeps coming in.
My dad. And he did pass way too young.
I'm so sorry. That's incredibly difficult. Thank you. Those objects, which side are they connected to?
My dad.
Oh, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'll hold on to those objects, and what I'll do, if you could hand me that large round thing. Yeah, I love it. See, it pops in.
Yeah.
Perfect. There we go. Oh, cute, it's a trumpet. Or that is a trumpet, right?
That's a trumpet.
Oh my God.
That's from the 50s.
Wow.
And he was like, his first group was like a doo-wop group, and then he proceeded to be in like, I don't know how many bands he was in, but he was all musician. So I was really happy to have that.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That's amazing.
It makes me happy that you smile when you talk about him.
Absolutely.
He is such a goofball. My life with my dad was always like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Like, my dad was an amazing singer, but I think he was also highly insecure because he just had really thin hair and I remember there'd be like a plume of Aquanet, I think. You know, he just like would comb it back. I grew up in like bars and, you know, watching him play, like that's probably one of my fondest memories. His voice was amazing.
Yeah.
We can put it back. Like,
yeah. There's a bunch of things coming in with this. The way that I would describe this is when I'm connecting to this energy and I'm looking towards the end of life, there's a feeling of not fully knowing the impact that my actions are gonna have. It's just so not being in my right state of mind that I don't even know whether I'm like alive or dead. It was just a feeling of like, I'm so not in a good headspace that when I pass, there's this feeling of like, oh my God, did I just do this? Did this just happen to me? It would be that severe of a state in the way this comes through.
Yeah, because I've always been told that he killed himself, so I can validate that.
And that's big, like that's a huge thing. What's so interesting is he's having me acknowledge previous. There had to have been a previous attempt.
There was a previous attempt. It's pretty awful. Yeah, it's I'm sorry.
Incredibly difficult.
But I always feel like if he was around, everything would be so different.
Absolutely. This is important. There's a feeling of almost like if someone was feuding with someone right when they died, it's this feeling of like, I didn't get the chance to clear the air, is the way this kind of feels. And they're basically bringing up this like a situation where he would have made an attempt to try to reach out, to try to connect to one of his children, to try to speak to one of his children, but there's this feeling of like it's not reciprocated.
Yeah, At the time he passed, we weren't talking, and I wasn't happy because the last time I saw him, my dad lived in Arizona. I didn't want to spend the summer away from my friends. I was like 13, you know, so I was having a tough time there, so he sent me home early, so he didn't know how to deal with me. So the next summer, someone claims that they called him and said, well, do you want me to fly Taryn to Arizona? Because we were in California, and he said, no, he didn't want to see me. And not that long after, he passed.
But the feeling with this is him wanting. I'm seeing it very quickly, like outreach, outreach, outreach. In the way this comes in, there's very much a strong acknowledgement from his perspective of just not, honestly, when it comes to how other people talk about Dad now, I don't know if we'd hear the truth in some cases. Maybe they have not been as honest as we've hoped. So it would not surprise me in the slightest if your father did want to connect to you in some capacity.
I think there's two sides to the story, you know? So you've nailed something that I've really believed, and it's kind of been the biggest mystery of my life. Tyler confirmed the feeling I've been living with, and you know, it's hard. You know, just the pain of the loss, you know? There's just a lot of guilt instilled in me about my dad, and just those times, because we weren't talking when he died. Like the last thing I ever said to him was, I hate you, because he sent me home, and I was like, you know, I hate you anyway, I never want to be here, and I'm so happy I'm going home, and then that's it.
If there's any overruling message, Dad is on your side, and he always will be, and if there's anything you can take away from this, I honestly feel like he loved you a lot more than he was able to show it. There's an immense amount of pride for you being able to distance from certain sources of negativity in your life.
That's awesome.
That's important.
Thank you. My dad, he was always so proud of me. What I can take away is confirmation that I'm not alone. That's the part that he made me feel really good about, but I still miss him. Thank you so much.
Of course.
That's awesome to hear.
Despite the fact that he passed the way he did, his soul is so happy and free, and it was hard to not smile as I was connecting with him because he was wanting to give that validation and provide that, to let you know that you made the right decisions, and that's important. So, good job.
Good job. You really did. I mean, stellar. Thank you so much.
Of course, absolutely.
I'm very honored to have got to meet Tyler, and I mean, he's like an angel. His smile just like makes my heart light up, and he's just so compassionate, you know? Couldn't believe he's only 21. It's wild.
All right, I'll see you. Bye.
See you later. Have a great day.
Thank you, too.
Woo! That was a lot. I got a lot of clarity and closure, and I feel very grateful.
This was obviously an incredibly heavy reading. That means that leaving this reading, I'm feeling even more drained because of how emotionally intense that was, but it was all for a really good purpose, and it ended up really connecting in a profound way.